Most people think being a chronic overthinker is a bad thing, but it is actually a talent. And you're about to find out why being an overthinker puts you ahead of everybody else. But we're not taught to look at it that way. We're taught to look at overthinking as mental spiraling gone out of control. We are taught that it is a psychological condition that is working against you. This is one of those ideas from the old world that has been forced upon us, and it just needs to go. We should be taught how useful overthinking really is. I used to overthink everything. I used to think something was wrong with me and I wished my mind would just stop. But as I worked through my personal growth journey, I realized more and more what overthinking actually was and how to use it. So I'm going to start with the hardest truth about why overthinking can feel like a curse. And as we move through the video, I will show you how you can get control of it. So here's the hardest truth. Your life and personal growth isn't in a good enough place to use overthinking as the gift that it truly is. That is it. That is the whole reason overthinking feels like a curse. The overthinking was never the problem. Where it turns into a bad thing is when your life is not in a place of calm, or you're still operating from a place of lack and fear, because the mind is going to keep working no matter what. That is what it does. And if all it has to work on is lack and fear and anxiety, then that's what it works on all day. That is the spiral. So the question is not, how do I make it stop? The question is, what am I pointing my energy towards? What am I going to work on? Do you have a purpose? Are you reaching for a goal that keeps you full of hope and fulfillment? Because an overthinker with a purpose is unstoppable. That kind of mind will work on it day and night. It will find angles nobody else sees. It will solve problems before other people even know they exist. That is the superpower. So if you do not have a clear-cut purpose in your life, something that gives you hope and creates a sense of fulfillment, you need to find one at all costs. Life is not worth living without purpose and fulfillment, even if that purpose is something as simple as growing to be a better person who is more in control of their life, or even if that purpose is finding your purpose. Without purpose and a sense of fulfillment, you will always feel lost, and overthinking will consume you. You also have to be able to let go of the things that you can't control and things that don't matter. This is where most overthinkers lose it and start spiraling. The thing that happened at work, what the relative said, what terrible thing might happen next week. The mind will grab the thing that does not matter or the thing you can't control, and it works it to death. And before you know it, your overthinking mind has taken over and you're spiraling about something you can't do anything about and something that doesn't matter anyway. I'll give you a great example of this entire dynamic in action. You are never going to be able to control the person at work that doesn't like you. Now, Carlos Castaneda had a name for these people. He called them petty tyrants. Somebody who makes your life difficult, and instead of letting them make you miserable, you use them as a teacher. They are practice. Practice staying calm. Practice seeing who they truly are and that it is not about you. Practice seeing that they are afraid and damaged and lost in the world. Practice seeing that they treat others poorly as a coping mechanism. You use petty tyrants to help you see things in a new way and develop a sense of control. And once you start looking at it this way, you will not overthink into a spiral anymore because you are seeing it for what it is and using it to grow. Another thing that affects overthinkers is if you have people in your life that are taking away from your purpose and causing chaos. You have to have the strength of self to notice it, understand what's happening, and get them out of your life. A lot of the times, if people just got rid of everyone in their life causing chaos, things get much better at a very fast pace. And all of this is where personal growth really comes into play. If you do not have control of your life and your emotional state, you will overthink everything into the worst case scenario. You have to get control of your automatic reactions. You have to develop a calm enough center of self to be able to understand what is worth your attention and what isn't. You have to challenge yourself and do difficult things so you build personal power and confidence. You have to be able to truly walk away from things that are not worth your attention. You have to be able to walk away from people that are not good to have in your life. But the most important thing you need to understand is that overthinking pointed in the wrong direction makes you feel like you are cursed, and it will cause you a tremendous amount of suffering. You have to strive to overcome all the things that you know are holding you back personally, building a strong sense of self, overcoming your personal limitations, overcoming your programmed fears and anxieties. Aggressive action towards personal growth is the only antidote. The more you grow, the more overthinking will work for you, not against you. And always remember, it only takes one day to turn everything around.